Well, I've had amazing benefits myself with silver, and I'm so grateful to have it in my life every day. I used to get really bad bladder infections, and I was constantly on pharmaceuticals and whatnot, and tried the silver, and I was able to clear all my bladder infections, all my yeast infections, because bladder would turn into yeast infection and whatnot, and it's great. I use it on everything. So.
Well, I know that women's issues are probably the #1 issue that the liquid silver and the gel is being used for presently. So I've written a book, and it's on the women's health issues using silver. What that means is we go through all the bladder infections, urinary tract infections, and you can consume 2 teaspoons twice a day of silver to be well on a daily basis. But when a bladder infection comes up, you want to get rid of it right now without having to go to your doctor, without having to be on antibiotics. And silver provides that opportunity to right now take 1 ounce in the morning, an hour later take another ounce, an hour later take 1 more ounce, and in 4 doses you can actually wipe out, literally in 2 hours, a bladder infection and never had to go to the doctor, never had to have antibiotics, never had to have the negative effects of the pharmaceutical world. You have control of your own world, you have control of your own time, and if you get it quick enough, you're back to normal very rapidly without the negative side effects the pharmaceutical drugs provide. And it doesn't cost as much to go to the doctor.
Very true.
Perfect. So
yes,
perfect.
absolutely.
In addition to the bladder infections, this women's health guide is important because it talks about all the different ways silver can be used, not only for bladder infections, but for vaginal infections and for other infections that doctors aren't treating appropriately. And when you say that, you go, wait a minute, doctors know everything. Well, what happens is women will come in and they'll have a yeast infection. Their yeast infection, no doctor really knows right off the bat if it's bacterial or if it's fungal. Yeast is a fungal infection. If a doctor writes a prescription for an antibiotic, it will kill the bacteria, but it will make the fungus grow and the yeast infection will get worse. The woman will come back a week later after all this pain and suffering and say, I've got a yeast infection. Then they'll get an antifungal drug and the bacteria will grow. Women finally get so tired and go, I'm just not doing this anymore, and they tolerate year after year after year, pain after pain after pain. For now and forevermore, the gel can be applied to a tampon. It's as simple as taking a tampon, applying a daub of gel. Are we going to do this demonstration?
Yeah, let's do this.
Isn't it so funny? She just shows up with a tampon.